Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Yeah, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets that taught me, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets that taught me, I'm just tryna get my nigga paid. We came from Section 8, and I knew I was at since the second grade. Man, I swear my time is coming, cause I'm never late. Came from broken homes and broken dreams to getting paid.
Boss Cowboys.
Your voice matters.
And it does. Yes, indeed. All right. So, man, whew. Mike Zimmer brings edge to the D. Yeah, see, because I've been hearing some stuff, and anybody that been watching my channel for any amount of time know that a lot of times I'm gonna try to bring y'all some things and some clues that might not be obvious, because they've been saying and leaking out for some while that there was some edge that was missing, and Mike Zimmer might truly be the answer.
You want answers?
I know we jaded after the loss, but sit back, man. It's looking way better. It's looking way better, Cowboy Nation. So we gonna talk about it on Boss Cowboy Sports. We gonna tell the truth and bring it to you. Boss Cowboy Sports.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. New watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. Need no middleman, I'm the man to man, send it in. I like what I like, me, I know my rights is sipping in. I like having fun, I do what I want, it's what it is. For my son and son, for my daughters, yeah, it's for my twin. I work through the night, I do what I like, get a check, I go for the ride. I've been down the ride for the win. Still move on the hush, never run for none. I face my fears, I just drop for none. Month to month, still from year to year. New watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. New watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again. Get some checks, I invest, and I spend a check. Spend a check, get it back, then I take a rest. Only race is the human, I take care of my skin. I was doing this as a rookie, now I'm up to vet. Set the trend, set the pace of play. I don't trip, but if I fall, bet I make a way. I take trips in the fall, watch the leaves change. I like to treat every day like it's my D-Day.
Better treat every day.
No watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah.
Like it's your B-Day.
New watch, no diamonds, no watch, good timing, yeah. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again. I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich, I'm sporty and rich. Do it again, again, again.
Man, welcome to Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Do it again, again, again.
And I need all the executives.
Do it again, again, again.
All right, man, let's get into it. Let's get into it, man. I'm feeling so much better about the team. I'm feeling so much better.
You want answers?
Because the lights they starting to get brighter. They're getting brighter, right? See, the lights is when it's our time. The fans, the voices. This is when it's our time where we see what's going on. I like reports, but man, give me the eyeballs all day. So it's becoming clearer and clearer and clearer. So, but I've been paying attention. Y'all know I really try to keep my ear to the ground. That's something I take pride in, is really trying to be diligent to try to get the truth. Y'all know I'm somebody that's never gonna try to feed people wee-woo.
Oh, you see this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee-woo.
No, not your boy. I'm gonna give it to you the way that I see it. I always want to be a place where you can trust, you know? I want to be a place you can trust. I want to be a place that's gonna give it to you, the good, the bad. I'm gonna give it to you, you know? And they've been letting out the bag for a little while, and it's becoming more and more clear. So I wanna give me 1 second. I talked about it here when I was at Shakinton's with Law. We was on day one and the OC and Candy, and it was Terrence Parsons out there. It was also Dak Attack. Yeah, but I want y'all to listen, because I was seeing something that we go address on this particular live. I'm gonna take some calls today too, real quick. I want to let y'all know I'm gonna be taking some calls, so go ahead and jot the number down. We talking football today. As soon as I get done with this, we back to taking calls. You know, break time is over. But listen. So I want y'all to listen to me discussing this with George Teague. Check it out.
George, I had a theory just from, obviously watching the game. I feel like when I watched that Green Bay game that it wasn't just the X's and O's. I thought it was the emotions of the game. And I remember in 2016 Detroit, the Detroit Lions was running the ball on us, Law.
Right.
We couldn't stop them. We was looking soft, just to be honest.
Yeah.
They talked about Shan at halftime, basically ripped a hole in the defense. They came out and shut them down. The benefit of having George Teague here and Zimmer being his coach.
Right.
What's your thoughts on the emotions of the game and Zimmer being able to get those guys to actually play at that level that we didn't see in Green Bay?
I think what you hit on is what I really like is being able to identify that person that really can jump on a team or a person or something and be respected at it. I don't know that we ever had anybody step up. We had some leaders, Michael Parsons being the guy, whatever, DeMarcus Lawrence doing this stuff. But I don't know that we actually had that vocal person that could really grab someone. I remember Darren Woodson coming up to me and telling me to get my shit together. Sorry, I don't know.
No, you're good. No holds barred.
It was stuff like that we were all good, but he could check me and be like, "Come on, man, you know what? We've been doing this. You know what's up. This kind of thing. Fix it." I don't believe that was sincerely happening where guys didn't take it personal, think you were trying to come after them and trying to belittle them.
And see, we was talking about managing the emotions of the game. A lot of people, in my opinion, I haven't heard really discuss that, is having leaders that can really manage those sometimes emotions that can put you over the top. Where we can even talking about bringing out that edge, because let's be honest, man, Dan Quinn did leave a high bar. Okay, let's not kid yourself. A lot of people, we go try to focus on, the blowout at the end and the small linebackers, and we go stop. But no. When you stepping in the Dan Quinn shoes, that man had some things that was working very well. He had some quality packages that was working very well. His turnovers was working very well. The men really love him. Yeah. It's taking some real work. I think it's working. I think Zimmer and Paul Gunther, as I've been listening to, are doing a great job of repairing the relationship and getting a woman back. See, because Dan Quinn was that ex that your girl keep bringing up. And Zim and them, they getting it back. But don't get it twisted. Zimmer got some big shoes. He got some big shoes. But I think he's doing it. But bringing up that edge and talking about the edge, the emotions, the person that's not going to just manage the quality of players and the volume of talent, which Dan Quinn was great at. Who can bring it all together in terms of playing with discipline, playing with emotions, playing and can get guys to play up to the level of talent that Dan Quinn did an amazing job of recruiting. Whew. So I've been listening, and as I was listening over a period of time, I was hearing some kind of subtleties on the lack of edge in Dan Quinn. So check this out. This was after the draft. Tell me if I'm tripping.
I think Zim's going to do a great job with these players. Hats off to Dan. He had a great run here, but I think Zim's going to bring an edge. It was something Mike wanted in terms of bringing Zim in. He thought we needed. With these players. Hats off to Dan. He had a great run here, but I think Zim's going to bring an edge. It was something Mike wanted.
Whoa, it was something that Mike wanted. What did you want, boss? Boss man, what did you want? See, this sounds like, man. See, think about it. Why was it a hold up at the end? Why was it a hold up? See, do y'all remember at the end, not everybody, but the reports was basically saying, that Dallas wanted Quinn back. And they were trying to see if he was going to get a job offered by anybody else. That sounds to me, just to me, that they was overriding Mike. That's what it sounded like to me. Because I could see a clear emphasis. This is what Mike wanted. Because also what Mike wanted was opposite of what they was reporting. So once again, Mike Soprano was likely sounding like he was doing a hit. And being honest, I think Mike Soprano was saying what the defense likely really need. Ooh, because it wasn't an issue with the X's and O's. It wasn't an issue with the talent. It was an issue with the edge. Yeah, it was an issue with the edge. The big games. Go think about how we played versus Buffalo. Where was the edge on D? Where was the emotions on D? Where was the discipline on D? Think about Green Bay. Where was it? And see, this is important, man. See, I'm going to break this down. Hold on. Let me finish that clip. And make sure we got all the meat off that bone before I continue.
In terms of bringing Zim in, he thought we needed, that edge there. And I think he's going to bring that to this defense and bring some guys along that I think will really help us out in terms of where we came up a little short, stopping the run, that type of deal, in our big games and the playoff game.
Hey, yeah. See, I see this as kind of, and I'm not mad at this, and it's actually revealing itself to be true. it's to me. I'm because now they in camp. Now they in pads. What I see is a turning of the knob. That's what I see. I see an adjustment, a good adjustment where you just turn the knob. You turn the knob just a little bit. That's what I see. And this is a good one. This is why also this is important. Because like I say, over here at Boss Cowboy Sports, we not going to give you that wee-wee. We not going to play with you and give you that wee-woo, okay? This is very important because, see, we going to talk football over here. If we really trying to take the next step, a lot of people, they go talk goofy and they go talk about, we need to get rid of Dak. We need a quarterback that can carry us. We need a quarterback that has been proven that he can carry us. We need to go find us a Mahomes. Man, Mahomes ain't carried Kansas City. I'm waiting on the Super Bowl where Mahomes carried them. I'm waiting to see it. I ain't seen it yet. I have not seen it. Nope. And anybody who really know football know that defense carried Kansas City the entire season. But we not gonna talk like that over here where we gonna talk about we need to go find a miracle. Because it would be an all-out miracle to find another quarterback better than Dak Prescott to handle the toxicity of Dallas. Consistently lead like this man. Build a whole football field in his backyard for his team. You ain't finding that. You not gonna find that in 100 years.
You want answers? You can't handle the truth.
So we gotta get smart. We can't talk silly and talk goofy. Huh. We just need a quarterback that can carry us. Shut up.
Oh, hell no.
Goofy. Because we need to focus on the truth. And this is the truth. A fun fact, in 3 of Dak's playoff losses, the defense allowed 30 plus points. To me, that's what you gotta fix.
You can't handle the truth. You want answers?
Perfect. Perfect.
Let me see if I got another button for myself.
Run it up.
Cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Bring it real back. He be speaking his mind. That boy with the shit.
Fix this defense, man. Quit playing with me. And media, stop playing with us. Because I know y'all not that stupid. I'm sick of turning on the radio and hearing talking points on my quarterback like it's going to be like blow this whole thing up and go find us another quarterback. Are you goofy? I'm sick of it. Man, if you really want to help your team, help the D. And I'm going to say this even tomorrow. I'm going to say this tomorrow. And this all have to do with edge. This has to do with edge. I'm in the midst of my presentation. But when Tom Brady defense allowed 30 plus points, he's 2-5. Aaron Rodgers 1-5. Drew Brees 0-3. Joe Montana 0-3. Brett Favre 0-7. Peyton Manning 2-4. John Elway 0-6. Ben and you goofy, some of y'all go literally come in here and say we need another quarterback. Shut your mouth.
Bring it real back. He be speaking his mind. That boy with the shit.
That is exactly what I think of your weird opinion.
You want answers? You can't handle the truth.
So, if we focusing on what we need to do to really win a championship, we got to be focusing on this defense and the edge. We have to. That's just what we got to do. And that's if we talking true common sense. So I heard what Stephen Jones said. I did. I heard it. I was like, okay, edge. All right, okay, edge. Okay. But then Mike McCarthy said it again. Oh my God.
Zimmer's been known as a tough disciplinary coach, in the past. Does he still have that edge? Have you seen that play out?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think just like anything, when you talk about, Mike Zimmer or guys that have coached in this league, through generations, there's definitely a consistency there in how he goes about it. But yeah, I think, we all recognize things are a little different today than they were 20 years ago. But no, he's definitely, that's who he is at the core.
And the players taking today, obviously it's a different.
That's who he is at the core, man. Come on, y'all. Come on, I'm gonna rewind that. Does he still have that edge? Come on, y'all. Can we clap it up for the change that we likely getting ready to see? Does he have that edge? Ooh. Does he have that edge?
Zimmer's been known as a tough disciplinary coach, in the past. Does he still have that edge? Have you seen that play out?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think just like anything, when you talk about, Mike Zimmer or guys that have coached in this league, through generations, there's definitely a consistency there in how he goes about it. But yeah, I think, we all recognize things are a little different today than they were 20 years ago. But no, he's definitely, that's who he is at the core.
That's who he is at the core. At the core of Mike Zimmer is edge. When you look at Mike Zimmer, all you see is edge. You see some white skin, a little bit of gray hair, but if you peel back that skin and that hair and you look at the core, you see edge. I love it. Because it's time to wake up, Cowboy Nation. Man, we still gotta sometimes get excited. I know we've been let down and all that kind of stuff. But man, I still got to enjoy this. And this is something to truly enjoy.
Dracarys.
I see y'all saying hit the yoga flames. I got it too. I'm gonna hit you with them yoga flames.
Yoga fire!
And the players taking today, obviously it's a different change, different personality style from Dan.
Yeah, it was, and that was by design.
Oh wait. Hey, whoa. Hey, man. Hey, excuse me? What you say? Let me, wait. Did I hear that?
And the players taking today, obviously it's a different change, different personality style from Dan.
Yeah, it was, and that was by design. Dan did a great job here. Without a doubt, and had his style, and
That was by design, boy. One more time, man. This getting me crunk. If your Sunday ain't kind of going good, this should kind of cheer you up a little bit because we might be getting some edge.
Obviously it's a different change, different personality style from Dan.
Yeah, it was, and that was by design.
That was by design. See, because I heard Steven said, Mike said we needed some edge. Then Mike come back again and say, yeah, that was by design. It's no knock on Dan Quinn. Listen, y'all, Dan Quinn is a good coach. And that's saying a lot about our potential. And I hear me out, y'all. This is measured Kool-Aid. I still, to this day, only serve Kool-Aid that's measured. That's the only Kool-Aid that I'm ever serve.
It's a big thing for Boss Cowboy to actually say publicly that he drunk Kool-Aid. Listen, I do not drink Kool-Aid without first measuring.
I'm still only gonna serve measured Kool-Aid. Yeah. And that's right, Paul. You hit it, Paul. Yeah. You hit it. Mike want to see more grit and toughness. It sounds pretty clear that they had a real discussion at the end of the season. They had a real grown man discussion about what do we really need to get to another level. And from the clues that I'm seeing, it looked like Stephen Jones and them wanted Dan Quinn. I'm being honest. It sounded like Stephen Jones and them wanted Dan Quinn, and Mike McCarthy wanted change. He wanted somebody that was going to change the cycle that's really hurting us, the defense, in the big games. Now, it was, to Dan Quinn credit, one of those San Fran games was real good. You can't blame him for the last San Fran game in the playoffs. No, you couldn't. His defense showed up that day. But his defense also showed a lot of emotions that day that I didn't see. I didn't see the same emotions when they played San Fran last year that I saw in the playoffs. So, to me, it is about what I raised when I was talking to George Teague.
George, I had a theory just from, obviously watching the game. I feel like when I watched that Green Bay game that it wasn't just the X's and O's. I thought it was the emotions of the game.
Yeah, the emotions of the game. The lack of edge. Yeah. So, that's why we got to spend some time on this. We're going to be talking about this tomorrow, too, in even more detail. Because the next question is the Dallas Cowboy defense better? And it's a lot of people that'll say,
oh, hell no.
But there's a chance we could be better. Because if that defense is better, especially in big games, you likely go get a better playoff result for the entire team, including Dak Prescott. So I'm going to tease a little bit some of the things that got my attention that we're going to be talking about tomorrow that I guarantee enough of people not talking about enough. I'm going to go into detail tomorrow, but listen to this.
Two things to finish up. You worked out 4 guys today. What are you looking for at defensive end?
Well, really someone, Sam Williams was a big loss. We anticipated him being, 70% of the time playing. So we're looking for.
What? See, a lot of people didn't catch that.
So we're looking for some more.
He said what? Hold on.
Percent of the time playing, 70% of the time playing, and 70% of the time playing, and 70% of the time playing.
Y'all was looking at Sam Williams to be playing 70%? Huh. That's a major shift from Dan Quinn. We got to talk about that. And that's something that can really work. This is something else. We're going to talk about that in detail tomorrow. Like, tomorrow going to be a good show. Trust me, if you really want to see what I see going on with this defense, check this out. I'm going to play this clip. I'm just teasing it, but we're going to talk about it in detail tomorrow.
It's been good. We're getting great work against Mike Zimmer in the defense, just particularly with the, schematic challenge there. So that's been really good. Full speed and the timing of it has been good. We're getting great work against Mike Zimmer in the defense, just particularly with the, schematic challenge there. So that's been really good. It's been good. We're getting great work against Mike Zimmer in the defense, just particularly with the, schematic challenge there. So that's been really good. Full speed and the timing of it. So we're off to a good start. But yeah, I think, just like I said earlier with Tyler Smith and our guys need to work. We need pass rush every day. We need 907 every day. We need the padded work. So we all have work to do there. All three of those guys.
For a guy like BB as a rookie, like you're saying, the declarations and the understanding of what he's looking at from the defensive front, how much can he lean on Dak for some of that? Is there I know when Dak was younger, he was able to lean a little bit on Travis Frederick in the other direction. Can it kind of go in the other?
No, absolutely. I mean, it's just the way we do it here. They lean on everybody. I mean, that's all we talk about. There's not a team presentation or a team meeting doesn't happen without a presentation that refers to across the hall. I mean, we got to help each other all the way through. Offense and defense, veteran to rookie. That's a big part of how we operate, especially in this teaching realm and training camp. I mean, this is where you have to have it. This is the only time we're all together. Where this is our most pure football opportunity of the year. Regardless of how far you go. So you got to take advantage of it. Yeah, so to answer your question specifically, everybody's helping everybody. And Cooper's a sponge. He's got that kind of personality, and he's getting better.
Brad, did you have something? I do, yeah, thanks. Brad, Shan, Cowboys Radio. Staying in the offensive line.
Yeah. And I'm going to talk about that because what he said in the beginning and what he continued to say about Zimmer and the defense, and it was the details of what he was saying that I'm going to get into and we go talk about tomorrow. One of the things, and I'm just teasing it, but this defense, bro, I'm getting way more excited because I'm also seeing less mistakes out these guys. I'm seeing so much vision out these guys. I'm seeing greater intelligence and understanding from these guys. I'm seeing a whole bunch of respect for their superstar from these guys. Man, if you go listen to Micah Parsons, I'm going to play some of them clips tomorrow too, on his thoughts on his football IQ and how it's greatly increasing under Zimmer and Paul Gunther. Man, this defense look like it's getting ready to
Yoga fire.
Dracarys.
So, it's a couple of philosophies in terms of edge and foundations of his edge that he has talked about a lot.
I always say this, do your job so someone else can have success doing theirs. You might have to sit there and take on a double team and it's no fun, but you're doing it because the other guy can make the tackle. So, those are the kind of things that we kind of stress, and, playing good team defense and, obviously all the things, be really good on third down, good in stop and run, be good in the red zone. But, when they get out there and they're on the field, they know what they're doing and they go out and make plays. I got a job to do, and they get these players to play the best that they possibly can play, be as disciplined as they possibly can be, and play together as a team, so we have to get guys understanding their roles and what is asking them to do, and I don't know if I've said this in other press conference, but one of my big sayings all the time is do your job so someone else can have success doing theirs. So you might not like taking on this double team, but that's your job. And this guy, because you're doing it, has got an opportunity to make some plays. And next time, he's going to help you make some plays. But that's how it all works together, whether it's corners and safeties or defensive line and linebackers or whatever it is.
That edge. That edge. I got a couple of good questions, and I see a fat super chat from my homeboy Keystone. What's going on? Let me take this super chat first from the OG. One of the originals brothers Trey Fargo. He said they go do all that without a vet DT, boss. It really all depends. It really all depends. It really all depends on, which is hard to imagine, but it really depends on if Mozzie can take the next step. And that's also why we gotta greatly keep our eye on preseason. We gotta judge this for ourselves. We can't trust nobody. And also, I do believe this. I do believe, Trey, that there's a chance that our front office could be moving in a little bit of pride, right? Where we're trying to force the our guys philosophy. We've done that in the past, where we could be one player away and we would go away from the common sense to do and lobby for one of our guys. We did it when Bobby Wagner was wanted by Dan Quinn and we went with LVE. Yeah, we made that mistake. This time, I think it's going to be a little bit different, though. Because, see, everybody is focused on this. Everybody has their eyes on the shoes. There's not, as soon as them preseason games start, this is not going to be like LVE was, where people wasn't doing a good job of keeping up with the lack of production that was coming from LVE. Good leadership, but bad production. People wasn't comparing Bobby Wagner day for day, moment for moment with LVE. They wasn't doing that. But this time, when that film come on, everybody's gonna be looking at Mozzie. Everybody gonna be doing film sessions, because this time, the one player away, or I'm not even gonna say one player away, because Mozzie is still gonna be an asset. I think they need an addition to Mozzie. Trey, I think our eyes is gonna be on that position, and I don't think Mozzie is gonna be bad. I think Mozzie need help. I think you need to add to Mozzie, because it's not about Mozzie. It's gonna be who's the killer with Mozzie, so we can give Mozzie time to develop into year 3 Mozzie. But that's a very good question. You know, I definitely want to address that. So let me address my homeboy super chat real quick. I just read a Keystone. See, oh my God. Good super chat too, bro. That's a very good super chat. My boy said, hold on real quick. That's a good one. My boy said, fun fact, Jalen Hurts has 2 playoff losses when his defense allowed 30 plus points a game. One in the Super Bowl, the other was recent versus Tampa. Yeah, Keystone. Key. That's why we gotta focus all the goofiness to the defense. That's what we gotta do. We gotta see, because the goofies and the people that's trying to, and the clickbait come from his own people too. It come from his own media. Your local people will sit up here all day and question Dak. Name me another quarterback that threw as many touchdowns as he did last year. I will wait. And then on top of that, it was a new offense. So we go do our job over here and make sure I want to say this too about Linval Joseph. I just wanted to put this out here. I don't like I don't like the idea of Linval Joseph right now. No. Linval Joseph would have made sense to me before minicamp, before the OTAs. But now that we in training camp, my answer is,
oh, hell no.
Absolutely not. Do not get somebody off the street. No. We gonna have to trade now, in my opinion. We have to be open to do something outside of getting somebody off the couch right now. For real. Because look how long it took Jason Peters to get in game shape. That's just my opinion. Linval Joseph is all the way off my list. And then he said, agreed, but Carl Davis is bad. I gotta see what Carl Davis can do. Everybody gonna be under the lights in preseason, period. Carl Davis might be better. But I'm gonna say this, I ain't gonna trust nobody off the street. No, not with this good team. Because then we'll look at a name like Linval and be like, we got our DT. But it's like, no, I don't want a DT in name. I need one that can play for show. I want somebody that we could all evaluate their current preseason games. Yeah, where you have to make a trade for them. A team to where they have too many DTs. A team like Washington. A team like, because I already did a show on this, so I researched this. The teams are obvious they got too many DTs. Washington, the Ravens, Arizona, the Browns. Yeah, there's some teams out there that got a lot of one-techs. We gonna need to trade, in my opinion. Yeah, you right though, Tyrone. You say they not trying to trade. Yeah, they'll trade if it's a car accident. They'll trade. If it's a car accident, they will. Just like they traded for Amari Cooper. Why did they trade for Amari Cooper? They traded for Amari because receiver by committee was a train wreck. I'm not hoping that on Mozzie, but if it's or Carr or any of Rodgers, any of the other DTs, but if it's a car accident, because everybody gonna be looking at it. Everybody gonna be just focused on it. This time, I guarantee you, this time gonna be different. Everybody gonna be looking at one. Everybody gonna be ready to do shows on how our DTs perform. All eyes are gonna be on DT. Yeah. Star in the building. What's going on, Star? I've been telling people all day about me and you talking about the defense tomorrow. I can't wait. Yeah, I can't wait. We gonna be talking about the defense. We could probably talk about a little bit of offense too. Yeah. So y'all definitely make sure y'all come back tomorrow at 8 o'clock. That's gonna be a good one. That's gonna be a real good one. I'm excited about that. But let me play a couple of more things real quick and I'm gonna take some calls. Just period. And y'all get ready because I'm getting ready to take some calls like right now and we can talk about this. But, you know, I want to play this last clip before we kind of get into it because this is an old clip. This one came from, let me tell you something, Playmakers Network. I got the whole link in the description. But just check this out real quick because Nate said this and he said this right after the draft. I think Nate will be right on this. Y'all listen.
We had who's with the Washington enemy Commanders. You know, we let go. Well, he got a head coaching job, and I'm not going to call his name because once you leave my beloved Cowboys, your name is not to be mentioned again. But now we have my.
Wait, let me rewind that. I love Nate Newton. I just love what he said right there. Nate Newton with the said tripping.
we had, who's with now with the Washington enemy commanders. You know, we let go. Well, he got a head coaching job, and I'm not going to call his name because once you leave my beloved Cowboys, your name is not to be mentioned again. But now we have Mike Zimmer, who's dedicated to understanding that you dictate to the offense. You can either run or you can pass, but you will not be able to dictate to us both and when you desire to do it. Mike Zimmer went out and drafted those type guys. We have pass rushers, but now we have guys that are dedicated to the run. Well, when we go to practice in the spring, out to Thousand Oaks, California, we will see people dedicated to run stopping. We will have a unit that will run in on first and second down and run situations where these guys are going to be dedicated first to stopping the run. Because, Rad, listen to me now. Listen to me. Let me tell y'all something. And I've told everybody this, and this is what confirmed it for me. They had Love, the quarterback for the Green Bay Packers, young guy, tell Michael Parsons on his podcast. You can go back and get it. Streaming. That's one thing about streaming. You can pull it back up. He said all we wanted to do was when we got in a tight, and it was anyway. I call it anyway down, where you can run or pass. They said we just gonna run, y'all. We was just gonna run the ball. Over the last 7 to 8 years, whenever you wanted to beat the Dallas Cowboys, whenever we got in big game situations, tight situations, team just ran the ball. They dictated when they was going to pass, but they mostly just ran the ball. Zim is going to stop that. That is our first round pick. They got Tyler Guyton, but our first round pick is Zim.
God, So, let's take some calls, man. I want to see what y'all talking about.
Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Down the bottle, it be going right through me. Brown baby, down to take a flight to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me. Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Guess that's why the labels want the rights to me. CD on my back and it feel light to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me.
I see a lot of people in the building too. I love it. We got the best in the building too. We got some of the best in the building. We got some of the best. Y'all calling in today. I love it. We go this show. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna be fire. I just love who I see on the phone right quick. I love this crew. This crew finna be nice. Oh man, hold on real quick. All right. So let's get it. We gonna start with the legend, Chris 214. Chris 214, you live. What's up with it?
Not much, man. It's good. It's good to be on these lines, man.
Say real quick, man. First of all, where you been, bro? Where you been, bro? Brothers missed you, bro.
Man.
The conference has been locked.
It's in a life. I got a lady friend now, so my time is a little bit just a little bit, but I'm good though.
Wait.
Run it up.
That boy say I got me a lady friend, bro. That boy under the covers.
Need the cash pronto. I don't throw interception like Romo.
That boy, you under the covers right now.
Sleeping on me now, cooking his nigga.
But I've been good though, bro, man. Like I hope you've been the same though.
I have, bro. That I want to let you know that's how much all of us are families. Man, we got B-Bird, Chris 12, Coach Marv, D shit. Oh, this finna be I swear this finna be I can't wait. I can't wait to talk to y'all. But Chris, I want to let you know that's how much family we are. I notice when y'all not here, brother. I do. I notice. But what's on your mind?
I appreciate that, but just what Nate Newton was saying is like, most of the time it's been the run game. A few years ago, when we was playing the Los Angeles Rams,
It was the run game.
I forgot the running back, but he was like a big, stocky dude. We couldn't stop that dude for nothing. It's always been the run game. And if you know football, you know the run game is going to open up everything.
Yeah.
The run game is going to expose you, like, you know what I'm saying? So he's absolutely right. Hopefully, I hope that Mozzie, he's a little bit better. Well, I hope he's a lot better, but we all got to take our time with him.
Facts.
I just want to see some depth at that position.
Yeah.
So that's probably going to be like my main thing. You said we got who we got there? We got like Carl Davis.
Yeah.
And
Justin Rogers. I can't. Daxton. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That'll probably be my number one thing that I'm gonna watch in the preseason. I'm not too much worried about offense, but that middle, I'm gonna be paying close attention to that middle.
Yeah. That's why I don't think they're gonna get away with it this time, man. Everybody gonna be looking at that, for real. So, yeah.
Yeah, and one last thing, I wanna put eyes on this one person. Well, not person, but this group. I'm eager to see how Mike Zimmer is going to play the safety group.
Ooh.
Because I do feel like that's loaded. So we got a hooker, Bell, Wilson. So I'm very eager to see how is he going to play that. I don't think he's going to go the Dan Quinn route where he plays three.
He not.
So.
Can you hear your TV right now?
Yeah.
Can you hear your TV? Because I'm getting ready to play something. I want to make sure you can hear.
No, I got it muted, but.
All right. When you get off, I'm going to play something to confirm your thoughts on that.
Oh, okay. You can play it now.
Okay. Turn up your TV.
All right, bet.
I'm playing it right now. All right. Here we go. Yeah. I got to play something for, because he one of the day ones, man. And some of y'all get special treatment. Here we go.
Speaking of defense, Jerry keeps talking about different alignment, different structure. What can you share with us about how differently you guys plan to play defensively that could help y'all against the run?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to evolve. I mean, we need to let Zim, get his hands around what our personnel is and, how he wants to go about it. He's been, he's been out of the game 2 years, but he's been studying the game for 2 years. Dan was out of the game for a year, and he came back and played defense in a completely different way than he was doing it at Atlanta. I mean, you observe and you see what people are doing that works, but I do think in general Zim's philosophy is he's going to play with bigger guys. We played with 3 safeties and 2 linebackers, and I think Zim's from everything we can see right now, he looks to play more with at least in the run down, first, second down scenarios, playing with 3 linebackers. So
So that's what Chris 214 was just talking about. They go obviously, they was obviously, he was talking about the lack of 3 safeties, and it's gonna be about narrowing down who your playmaking safeties are. That's another place, to be honest, where the crowd is gonna have to be involved. We gonna have to be involved on our eyes with safety and our eyes at DT. We got B Bird. B Bird, what's up?
Hey, nothing much, man. How you doing, brother?
Good. How you doing? Long time. But this been my fault
long
this time.
time, man.
It's been my fault this time. I was on vacation. How you doing, bro?
Oh, no problem, man. I've been busy myself. I've been catching you whenever you post up online. I want to ask you something about a little bit about. Let me say this one thing. I am happy to hear what I'm hearing about the linebacker core, because I am definitely. I think what we did last year, we were a defense that kind of we were a pass defense first. So we got you in a passing situation. It was to our advantage because we had rushers and DBs and ball hawks. But when you have a defense that, if you go back and look at it, that's kind of predicated on you get turnovers. When those turnovers don't happen, then what? And so I think that, just going back to basic defense and, hey, we don't get as many turnovers, but, hey, we can get some 3 and out, which we didn't get a lot of last year. That'd be good. I think they did well with the linebackers, but the depth probably is not there. But the defensive tackles, they just kind of dismissed that altogether, which I know you were talking about. But I'm going to ask you a question about structure. It kind of goes into the defensive tackle. And I'm going to ask you how this works. So I'm going to give you a scenario. So if I'm Carolina Panthers GM, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking the way this goes, say I want to sign a cornerback in free agency, right? And he's a top cornerback in free agency. I think it would be my job to go to the owner and say, hey, look, we need to get this cornerback, man. That's what we're right there. We struggle at cornerback, and we need to get this cornerback. Well, then the owner would ask the question, okay, how much is it going to cost us? And I'll say, hey, it's going to cost us at least $22 million a year, man, to get this guy to come over. And then the owner would say, hey, man, that's a lot of money. So, yeah, and the GM said, no, man, but this guy here we scouted him well. We did everything. And we think this guy's going to be worth the money, man. This is where we need to get this guy over here. And this guy would help us go a long way as far as shoring up our defense. And then the owner says, okay, man, that's okay. If you think so, and you think you can get the contract right, let's go after him. That's the way I envision it going, like this back and forth between the GM and the owner. Do you think that's kind of accurate?
Yeah, especially with a team like ours where we seem like we're 1 or 2 players away, where most of us can identify who and what that is. Yeah, most teams and GMs is go get that guy. Yeah.
And so, but I think what he does is I think he has to make a case for him with the owner, right? Because the owner's the one that got the money. And so I tell everybody that's why one of the biggest things with the Cowboys is their structure. When the GM, who's supposed to be making a case to get players, is the owner, your structure is all wrong. You get what I'm saying, boss?
Yeah.
Your structure is wrong because the owner is the owner. He's playing owner as a GM. So he's worried about his money. So you got 2 people worried about the money, and the one person in that position, the GM's supposed to be worried about winning only. And that's where things go wrong at. And people say, well, why isn't CD signed? Because the owner is the GM is not petitioning the owner who there's no conflict there. There's no pushback between those 2 positions. And that's why it's there, because you got the owner making the decisions, not of a GM mind.
Yeah.
And I think that's where we are. And that's why you got to have checks and balances. That's why our government has checks and balances, man. You got to have checks and balances throughout. This organization has no checks and balances. Like who goes in and piles on the table to get a free agent in this organization? The GM, that's his job to do. But if he's the owner, I know I keep bashing, they'll keep going up, but it just, the structure is screwed up in here. And I was listening to Marcus Spears talk and talk to the New England Patriots dude, which the New England Patriots dude sounds dumb, but he was saying, name one move this team has made in free agency. Like, name one. It's unreal not to make one move in free agency. So right now, man, we have so we went into the, after the playoffs, we said, man, we got by smoke and mirrors on defense. Like, Arizona is my one that showed me that's our deficiency. People can run on us when we want to, but we got to get the lead so they won't be able to run. Okay, then our run game sucked all year. So those are 2 things we got to show up. The first thing to show up a run game is the line. And you mean to tell me we let the one big guy go, and now we're saying, hey, man, we took Mozzie, we got to have him step up. No real GM would be relying on a Mozzie who didn't show you anything last year. They'll be like, hey, man, if Mozzie shows up, that's great, but we got to get some other guys here just in case he don't.
Yeah.
Why? Because, man, if he doesn't show up, now we have nobody, and, man, this year's a waste. I'm gone. So I can't put my career and my job on Mozzie, which goes to the fact that I tell people this all the time. The other thing about the structure is You have a GM and a vice president that cannot lose their jobs. So they can always play the long game on things. They're playing the long game on Mozzie. I hope Mozzie does come around. But like you said, hey, man, it might take 3 years. So you're just willing to give up year 2?
Yep.
I'm saying like you're gonna say basically, well, no, but in 2025 he's gonna be cold blood. What about 2024?
Yeah.
The other GMs ain't got time for that, man.
Yeah.
They ain't got time for that.
See, notice to your point,
They gotta get it
B-Bird,
now.
to your point.
Yeah.
Remember when Philly drafted Jordan Davis, and he
Yeah.
wasn't up to snuff. What did they quickly do?
They went got veteran DTs.
Veteran DTs quickly.
They went got veteran DTs. They weren't playing around.
It wasn't no long game. To your point, yeah.
No. And guess what? Jordan Davis might come around in 2 or 3 years, but we ain't waiting on that. We need results now.
Right.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like the structure. So if you look at so we look at Joneses and say, okay, so where do they like to get their excitement from as far as player acquisition? The draft, cheap labor. Undrafted free agent, cheap labor. And UFL, USFL, cheap labor. They will not peddle and think. See, you don't have any pushback in the organization, man. Nobody's coming in from the pure football standpoint. Take out all the contracts. This guy's better than that guy. How do we get this guy in? Nobody's saying that. Nobody's saying that guy right there is the better player. We need to get that guy. Who in that organization is saying that? That is the GM's job. But when the GM and the owner are the same person, the GM is thinking like an owner, not like a GM.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Also, too, when they're separate people, if the owner's in his place like an owner, the GM's there, the GM understands that, look, I have to win. Like, I tell people this all the time, and people have heard this before. I say in the gated community, I got 2 kids in college I'm paying for. I got 2 kids in private school. I got a nanny. My wife don't work. I got to win. Why? I lose my job. So I got to go get people to win. I can't just sit on my hand. I can't play the long game, man, because these people going to fire me. And that's where the urgency comes from. People say, we have a lack of urgency. Look here, boss, if somebody told you right now, hey, man, look here, it's nothing you could do to lose your job, that's not going to motivate you. If your boss say, the owner of your company say, man, you could never lose this job, you ain't going to be motivated to work hard. And so the thing about it is, the thing that motivates me, man, my job is, man, everything in my house, my wife, my kids going to college, it revolves around my job. So I go to my job and act accordingly there, right? Because I ain't trying to get fired, man. I got too many people depend on me.
I do think it's going to be different this year, though. I think it's going to be different this year. I think it's going to be different because of the focus, B-Bird. I think it's going to be a major focus on it.
Now, tell me how it's going to be different.
Yeah, because I'm saying it's going to be a focus on it. It's the fans, the media, everybody going to have their eyes on this one tech this year. I think that's going to be the difference this year, right? The areas to where Dan Quinn obviously beat the table and pounded the table for Bobby Wagner. I documented that well for 2 years. But that wasn't a major concern for the fans. We wasn't united on that. It was a lot of fans that was, we okay with LVE. We're going to be just fine. We don't need Bobby Wagner.
Yeah.
But on this, on DT, oh, it's different. Like, everybody and their mama know we need some shoes. Like, for real.
And I'm going to say this one thing, and I'm going to let you go. One thing I am liking, though, I'm liking to see the mainstream media kind of pick up some of this stuff about the Joneses and free agency and them not spending money. Yeah. That needs to be, because I think it's just a given. Like, Jerry got a lot of money, and boy, he's sitting on money. Yeah, but no. The Cowboys are 32nd in spending in the NFL. So what we have here, boss, is we have the most valuable franchise in the world who's in last place in spending in the league. We also, thank you, Coach Marv, on this. We also are the most valuable franchise in the world and got the lowest paid coach in the NFL.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. And I'm going to let you go on that one, brother. Thanks for getting the time, man.
No problem, B-Bird. Good to hear from you, brother. All right,
bro.
All right. That was B-Bird. All right, so let's get the legend up in here, man. The legend himself. Coach Marv, the legend. What's going
What's
on?
going on,
Coach?
boss? Long time no talk to, brother.
Oh man, we
Yeah,
talked
man.
about a week ago. We need to catch back up though.
Yeah, man.
You ready for these
man,
watch
so,
parties or what? You ready for them?
Yes, sir. I'm ready, man. Stuff, man. Y'all gonna be talking about some defense tomorrow. But I'm about to tell you something about defense.
Let's talk.
That's very impressive to me.
Okay. Are
right.
you saying what you hearing? Like
And-
based on what you hearing right now?
Well, it's what I'm hearing. I'm gonna go back and tell you what I've been saying.
Okay.
For the longest, and you know, by doing the watch parties, how much I've been saying about linebacker play and attacking downhill for ever.
Wait. Don't say nothing real quick. Just pause, Coach. I'm finna play something that I thought about you, Coach. And see, you already get into my sauce. Listen, hold on real quick, Coach. And I want you to turn up your TV when I play this. I gotta pull this up. Give me 1 second. Cause I've been pulling some stuff with you in mind. Hold on real quick. Turn up your TV real quick. I'm finna play something.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna put you on mute so it won't back to you.
All right, here we go.
I'm listening to you.
Yeah, I mean, football players, right? These guys have gotten downhill. They're understanding coverages really well. They've done a nice job with the pressure package. I think they got a chance to be a really good group.
And see, he talked about these guys are getting downhill because, Coach, you've been talking about for the longest, and I co-sign exactly what you said, that you've been saying is that we wasn't getting downhill from the linebacker position. And you was talking about their first step was always backwards, meaning they wouldn't read their keys. It wasn't no linebackers going downhill. So he's saying that.
And I said they were being coached wrong. And I've been saying this.
Yeah.
I've been saying this not this last year.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say this. And I know people gonna say, well, Coach Mar, we had some small lines. Even though the guys were small, their technique was flawed.
Yes, Coach.
If their technique wasn't so flawed, they would even did better because if you watch film, I'd have totally gone back and watch. If you watch film, guys did not just wipe us out. They wiped us out because what we have found out that our linebackers, what we call is behind the block. That means their reaction time, they're doing a false step, and by the time that they react, they're what we call behind the block. The guy's already in front of them because the reaction time was bad.
Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. Now, I've been saying for 2-3 years that, and now I'm going to get somebody that people going to kill me with this, that our defensive tackle play, if it wasn't for our defensive tackle play, based off how our linebackers are playing, we would probably been the worst defense in the world in run day. The defensive line saved you a lot because of the fact they were asked to do too much. We're actually Marshawn to do now is to play the block.
Yes.
We're going to have linebackers that's going to make the play. Perfect. Now, we're not asking defensive linemen, to play the play, run around the play, and make the tackle. Because now, you don't have no straight, you have no plug there. Even when we talk about Arizona game, I heard Big Bird say about Arizona game.
Perfect.
2 places that we need to emphasize on the run game. If you watch even the Green Bay, the Arizona game, people do not just get up and run down the center of our defense. Even in Buffalo game, when they ran for 200 yards, they don't run down the middle. They run off tackle and around the end because we had defensive ends that was just pass happy. Only person you had on the defensive end that wasn't pass happy probably was D. Lawrence. Everybody else was sack happy. Now I see guys even in the look, and I'm seeing guys now are squeezing it down because this defense that Zimmer has got now is going to be predicated for me to have 3 or 4 dogs in linebacker, and they're going to fly and do what they need to do. Only thing they want the guys in the front to do, just hold up a little bit because these guys are going to be in front of the blockers. So when people talk about what makes a great linebacker, sometimes we say, well, you got to have that defensive tackle. Well, let me tell you something else. A great linebacker makes the defensive tackle look better too. How? You say, Cole, how that makes it? Because a great linebacker that reads fast, when you got the double team combo, guess what's going to happen? They can't double team combo because that person who's comboing, he got to get on that linebacker right now, because if he has to wait a little bit, he's gone. So now the D lineman don't get double teamed, because you can't double team him, because the guy, you can't never get to the linebacker if you're waiting. So it works hand in hand. Now, yes, we need to bring in another one tech, but remember this: we're gonna bring in a one tech to be a part-time guy.
Right.
Because why are we gonna say that? You know why we're gonna do this? Because let's think of something else that's a little different from Quinn defense that is now in Zimmer defense. You're no longer going to have a defensive line where nobody plays over 55% of the snaps.
Oh, Coach. Oh, say, Coach. Oh, say, Coach, I miss you, Coach. Oh, say, Coach, listen.
So,
hold on. Let me pause you. Turn up your TV. Because, see, turn up your TV. I just mentioned this earlier. Turn up your TV. I'm going to play something. Because we're going to be talking about this tomorrow. Oh, Coach. See, this is missing, man. Y'all clap it up for Coach. Clap it up for Coach. Turn up your TV.
Go ahead.
All right, listen.
So we're line playing 70% of the time playing, 70% of the time playing. Anticipated him being, 70% of the time playing.
And he was talking about Sam Williams. So I'm gonna go ahead and get a little bit into the content I was gonna say tomorrow.
That's right.
That clue.
If you look at guys, Balls, if you look at guys, your best defensive tackle, and now nobody mentioned this name, but Osa is a dominant defensive tackle.
Okay.
But Osa puts up stats. If you look at his stats,
in
he
limited
put up almost
reps.
60-some tackles, tackles for loss. But the guy in the last 2 years, he's only playing 56% of the snap. 56%. So you're never going to have no numbers from a defensive lineman when you're not playing 70% of the snap. So we're looking for Hall of Fame stats from defensive linemen where they're only playing 56% of the snaps. That's not going to happen. But what this defense is, your best players are going to be out there for 70% of your snaps.
Right.
So now you're going to get Osa out there. Now you're going to get Mozzie out there or whoever playing defensive tackle. Now you're going to have a slower rotation down, and you're going to have a more of a dominant defense. And I'm telling you, you're going to have a Michael Parson where they're playing him. Where are we going to find out Michael Parsons going to love linebacker this year? And I believe somewhere in this year, he's going to say, if this defense goes the way it is, somewhere in this year, he's going to say, I don't even want to play defensive end no more. Because I'm free reign to do the tackles in the backfield, the stop screen passes. They're going to be yelling my name all over the field, and it's not just going to be sacked. I'm going to get sacked on blitz, but I'm going to be the guy that's making plays all over the field, and you cannot take me away from you can't take me away out the offense, out the defense, because I'm going to affect every play that you run. You're going to have to worry about me, run or pass. This is where I say the linebacker core, and what's good about the linebacker core, I posted on Twitter, boss, and you light it up there. Listen, the key word that I said was, this is a new coached group of linebackers.
Yeah.
You're going to see Damone Clark play better because now he's coached. Now I understand they said, well, he's going to be calling LVE, he's going to be calling Sean Lee. Perfect. Listen, I'm not questioning their mentality or smart and maybe diagnosing plays and knowing lineups and how people line up. But he needs to be coached the aggressiveness of how he used to play in LSU. If that comes back, what we used to see in LSU, we're going to have a set of linebackers that's going to be probably going to rival what Baltimore had. Probably going to be better than what San Francisco got. You're going to have guys that's going to dominate the game. Because Fred Warner makes any defensive tackle they have in San Francisco look good. It makes no difference who it is. So that's what I'm saying, and I hope we have that. But this is what Zimmer is bringing, and he's bringing what? Another thing, boss? He's bringing accountability.
Yeah.
And that is, something, when you get a new person that comes in that's an older guy, that you got new coaches that come in on the defense, you can't rest off your laurels about what we did with other things. Zimmer loves what Dan Quinn put together. He loves the foundation. But now he's saying, listen, y'all guys ain't been here 1 or 2, 3 years now. Now I'm expecting for you to do better. And what you talked about, what you said, what Nate Newton was saying, Nate Newton knows one thing, and I know this too, right? If you're going to stop the run, it's not one player. You have to have a mindset that all 11 of us are not going to allow you to run the football on. Right. If you don't have that mindset that you're going to stop the run, I don't care what players you get out there, eventually they're going to break your will. Stopping the run and running the football is all about mindset. You got to be committed to it, and you got to be committed to it, and commitment means I accept no excuses for failure. I accept no excuses for failure.
Yeah, Coach. I think that's the right one. I'm going to call you, too, tomorrow because I'm going to need to talk some X's and O's with you. We go talk some numbers tomorrow before I do this show.
We got some things going good.
Yeah,
I know one thing, man.
That thing that you said that a lot of people probably didn't catch was the ramp up of playmakers being on the field longer. That's the key.
Longer.
That's the key.
Come on, we used to say that.
Yeah.
Then we used to say that at Watch Party like
all the time. But especially
come
you.
At halftime and guys are not on the field.
Yeah.
Why we come out of halftime and Oakland's not on the field?
Right.
Because there was a rotation.
Yeah, that rotation.
Listen, the Cowboys they
taking it's gonna be less rotation. Yeah.
Remember they used to do this with Jason Garrett with the wide receivers. We were watching third down and Mark Cooper be on the sideline because they'd be like, that's just how the rotation goes.
Oh, Coach! Hey, Coach.
Man, is it rotation?
Coach, but isn't this a news that should make people feel better? See, because I gotta say this, Coach. Let's talk about this real quick. Obviously, me and you was also early on that Kelly Moore thing, and you the one sent me that article about Mike McCarthy wanting to target playmakers. Remember that? You sent me that article? You remember that? Mm-hmm. This to me is similar to where just like Kelly Moore was too much of a system offensive coach, I could kind of say that about Dan Quinn with that rotation. Would you agree with that?
Well, let me explain why Dan Quinn went that way. And I'm gonna tell you why.
Because it did make sense some, but I think it's gonna still work out.
Because when he got this team, when he got this defense, remember he put this defense totally together in 1 year.
Yeah.
It was almost 11 different starters, and a lot of these guys were rookies, and they had brought a lot of people in. So a lot of guys were showing that they can play, and he had a vast amount of talent. And what he was doing with a young team is, I want to keep everybody happy, so let's try to make sure everybody play.
Right.
That's what you do when you get a younger. But now, this team, some of them thinning out. Some of them left because we're in the third or fourth year. Now you got a guy that's coming in and saying, hey, I like what he did. I like he's talking about, I like what he got, how the guys are good. But now we're going to hone in on what's the best, and we're going to demand that we get the best out of them. Now, again, boss, yes, these are the positive things I'm talking. Yes, I'm positive on this because this is football. Now, the other stuff that I'm talking about, I was right about that, but it'll come out. It's coming out. I've been right about it because they changed it. So
we'll talk about that.
But this football thing, for what they're trying to do, I'm impressed by the linebacker core.
Me too.
And hopefully, and I want everybody out there to say this. Boss, you saw when I tagged you today on that post, right, about the linebackers, right?
Yeah. Oh, man.
I also tagged Michael Parson.
I
right?
love you, Coach.
Because I want him to hear that 135 tackles, 17 sacks. He can get that from the linebacker and the defensive end easily. 3 interceptions, and he can get 5 forced fumbles. He will be considered in a year is the best defense performance in the history of the NFL, and this young man can do that.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna have his brother on Wednesday. So Terrence Parsons is gonna be on Wednesday. I'm gonna make sure we get you in to talk about that. You know,
man, keep on pushing, boss, man,
right.
And salute, man. But hey, keep pushing them ideas out there, brother.
Oh, you know, shoot, both of us, Coach, we working. Let's get it. And I'm gonna call you tomorrow. Let's get ready to work, Coach.
All right, I'll be looking forward to it.
Okay.
All right, brother.
So we got the last OG. This is a power panel. We got D Shift, man. D Shift, what's up, big dog?
What's good, bro?
I'm chilling on it.
Man, I'm so glad you back, man. It's feeling like football season.
Oh man, I appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
What you got, brother?
Yeah, man. Nah, man. Just like you said, man. Our voice matters type stuff, and you know, I can remember you talking about this a couple years ago, 2-3 years ago, and you kind of coining that phrase. And it's here, man. Like you see it in the mainstream media, like you said. I think I was listening to Broadus talking to I don't know if it was Vacha, one of the guys, and basically tell him like, you know, he was like, man, they listen. You know what I'm saying, basically. And you know, whether it's those, you know, Jerry Jones listening and Marcus Spears listening, with them knowing just the angles and how they got to come at it, you know. Just because, I mean, it gets tired, you know, them talking about debating quarterback every day. You know, there's only so many questions you can revolve around a quarterback. Who has the most pressure? Is it Dak? Is Dak worth his money? Should they pay? You know what I'm saying? Like, when the real questions are, where are the linebackers? Where, what we going to do at DT? Why are we not, you know, getting sufficient DTs in here? You know, what we need to do at number 2, number 3 wide receiver. So, you know, those type of things swirl around the community. And so you see guys like Tolbert, you know, kind of take it personal and take it upon himself to, you know, put in the work and, you know, be flashing out there. You got to know, like, a young guy like Mozzie, you know, he's probably in that podcast community, like, listen to everybody. And, you know, he need to hear it, you know. I like the way they're being coached. You know, you definitely have an effect. You know, we say we didn't get a free agent, but, like, I feel like Kendrick, we're going to look back at it and be like, Kendrick was a big move, you know?
Yeah. It's like, coming together, like, man. It really is.
It's because, like, you know, it just went, it was underrated, man, like how much you needed that middle linebacker, how much you needed that guy who communicated in the middle, and you ain't had that. Like, you know, Coach is talking about you didn't have no communication, and you ain't had guys who knew the proper technique, you know? So, like, just his technique and his intellect, you know, just being a vet, like, that's going to take him miles than, you know, what Marquise Bell could have produced for you, despite the athleticism or whatever we was expecting Damone Clark to do. We're going to see more of that this year. You know, we was hyped about Damone Clark, you know, and he was a letdown last year.
Yeah.
But, like y'all said, man, like, I mean, it wasn't nobody around him. Like, we expected him to have, you know, something around him at linebacker. And it came up to him, you know, and then what you seen Quinn do, playing those safeties. So that was at the detriment of, a guy like that. But we'll see that kind of paying dividends. So another thing, man, I was thinking about what we haven't seen yet hit the field is that cornerback tandem, bro. Like, we still got to feed that, you know what I'm saying? And, like, you know, we see what everything looks like without Diggs, without CD. But once you plug those two, you know, and those little batteries into what we got going right now, I can only imagine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it could
you say
be like,
cornerback? I want to make sure I heard you. Did you say cornerback or quarterback?
No, basically, I just want to see what that's going to look like. You know, when you put CD and Diggs, I don't know what I just said, honestly. But when you put CD and when you put Diggs in there, bro, like when you see like Diggs added to this defense, and then now you have a legit cornerback tandem. Yeah, that's what I meant. Cornerback tandem.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Like, I mean, I love what Carson, Lewis. You see those flashes, but you know, like, Diggs is gonna flash more than Lewis. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to temper my expectations, man, because like I like everything I see. I mean, I'm hearing from this. It's a lot of back and forth. I like guys like Leofold, but you already know, like, there's vets in this league that's gonna take advantage of Leofold one time or another. You know, but I mean, what they don't have is like just a whole position list, and when it comes down to linebacker, I think that was very underrated. The fact that I don't know if we was giving Dan Quinn like we didn't give him leeway, like we gave him the business, I think, but I think we were more emotional versus just actually sitting down thinking, wait, how did this happen? You know, and then taking in the fact that now we got a guy like Zimmer coming in who's not gonna play that way, and he knows how to use that talent. I think the Parsons, when Parsons had a discussion with Zimmer, I mean, not a discussion, but he had the first initial comments about Zimmer. Like, Zimmer ain't never had a guy like me, and we thought maybe it was going to be like this riff, not so much of a riff, but, we made that into something, but it's turning out to really be nothing, because it seemed like these dudes going to be like the best of friends, you know what I'm saying? Like, It seems like they adore Zimmer, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it seems like they already, like, they was cool with Quinn, but, like, Zimmer's that, he's that discipline. I feel like all young men want that discipline, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
man.
And these still some young
you
men.
opening up a door with that, because Michael Parsons, he sung some praises about his football IQ under Paul Gunther and Zimmer, that if you ain't heard that, and that's why I said earlier in the show, Dan Quinn did a great job of building relationships with them dudes, but Zimmer is doing an even better job of making those guys forget they former girlfriend, for lack of better words. You know what I mean? You know how it is. One of the best ways to get over an ex is get a better one.
Yeah, and also, man, like mentorship, when you boil it down to it, like it's a better girl, but it's like better mentor, because like, again, like, Dan Quinn was more like their hype man, you know what I mean? And I don't know if it was Michael who was talking about like, I don't need somebody always gassing me. I don't know if it was him, or I heard somebody in one of these interviews. I remember them talking about, like, just don't need people around that's gonna gas them up all the time. And like, I'm sure you appreciate that, boss. Like, you got a circle. I'm sure you got somebody. Somebody in your circle who's gonna tell you when you're tripping.
Absolutely.
And I think, and I don't think Zimmer can really be a fan like that. He's too old for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he's too old to really be concerned if Micah likes him more than he's old enough and wise enough to understand, like, I gotta, like, cultivate. I gotta take care of this young man.
Yeah.
And he's taking that as his responsibility. And so I like it from that standpoint. And, just what they're doing to all these young guys. I think this simple style of defense started, I think, when, Rob Bryan, he was a DC, and he was trying to, like, do a lot of complicated stuff with, like, low IQ players. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you brought in Marinelli to dumb it down, and we've had that dumbed down defense for a while. And we always struggle against teams who figure out how to just take advantage of our base formation, so to say.
Yeah, you're right.
Not doing, we just basic on defense. So it was just exciting, man, to see Micah sitting in that what's that double linebacker when they sitting over the center like that.
Yeah.
That Mike Zimmer look.
Hey, yeah,
man. Yeah, man, it was exciting just to see him just hovering over, and all of a sudden he drops back, but then the other linebacker pressure, so then Dak has to think for a little bit, and then he looks a little scrambled just because of the look. And when you got talented guys like that, that's gonna do it, man. So, man, I'm excited, man. I'm excited for football. I'm enjoying the season. I can enjoy it now. Do I still temper my expectations and say that we got a long way to work and we got to make it out that first round? Sure. Like, I'm not that hype yet, but I'm gonna have fun with it though.
That's it. That's perfect call right there, man. Have fun with it.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, bro.
All right, D Shift, man. That was D Shift, man. That was a fire panel of callers. I hope them dudes call in every time, because the calls make the show. To me, it's I think some of the most knowledge actually come from the calls. I get a lot from that whole crew that called in, every one of them, so just, and I want to hear from new people as well. I want to hear from some people that I've been seeing y'all, like my boy Paul, man. Paul is always here, man, but I want to hear you sometimes, Paul. I want to hear your voice. Marcus McFarland, he's always here, I just, even if y'all just say what's up, man, I don't want nothing. I ain't got to say nothing. I just it's just seeing y'all, like the executives are a real thing. Y'all the ones who make the entire movement, because I do really know that and desire for us to be a movement. And I really do believe we're a movement. We are the channel that I believe a lot of people go to sometimes double check their work. Because this is a place we're going to check your work. We're not going to just go with the crowd. That's not what this show is about. And the people that follow this channel have executive minds. They're bosses. They the type of people that think independently. They don't mind challenging you. They don't mind challenging me. They don't mind challenging any type of authority for the win. So I also want y'all to tune in tomorrow, because this show, in terms of the edge and Mike Zimmer bringing the edge, when I first kind of heard the leaks of it, obviously coming off the Green Bay loss, and Zimmer was kind of looking like a hamming down coach a little bit, just kind of had that off the clearance rack coach looking type of coach, but it's shaping up not to be that way. I'm honestly, from evidence, hold on real quick, wait, my boy Common Sense says something that's not cool. Real quick, he say we missing 100 likes. Yeah, and that happens, man. In terms of the likes, this was a show that can get your attention. This show will have you kind of tuned in to where you'll forget to do the fundamental thing, and that's just simply hitting that like button, because we got some more stuff. We got some more stuff that's coming. All right, tomorrow I'm very excited about that show, because I know Star, we're gonna do a really good job of kind of breaking down the defense. We go just kind of go back and forth. And I love doing content with Star, because Star is the type, she like Big Game James, to where if they disagree, they'll tell you flat-footed and stand on it. But they also have their reasons for their point of view. We're not gonna always agree, but I trust her and people like Big Game James, because they speak in their mind, and that they saying what they really feel is best.
Bringing real back. He be speaking his mind. That boy with the shit.
So I just like doing content with people like that, just keeping it real. So y'all tune in to this show tomorrow at 8 o'clock. I'm probably going to be dropping another video like I dropped earlier. Now, some of y'all might not have watched this video. This is another good one. Now, I dropped that one about 3 hours ago. It's only 20 minutes. So if you chilling, headed to work, make sure you click in and get this one as well. This is a good one, because it's gonna give you the dynamics that's going on with Monzy, and it's very measured in my opinion. I ain't gonna play with y'all. I'm gonna give y'all that real all the time. So man, I'm also gonna be dropping a whole lot of content. So like what Coach Marv was talking about, I got a video coming out about the linebackers that's gonna be fire, because I guarantee it's a lot of people that's not seeing the building and the chemistry that's forming from Zimmer, Paul Gunter, and how it's transforming to the linebackers. So Cowboy Nation, and I'm not blowing no smoke up your behind. I'm not trying to give you a false confidence. I'm telling you the truth that
you can't handle it. You want answers?
This defense is looking better.
Bringing real back. He be speaking his mind. That boy with the shit.
Run it up.
And that's one of the most important things. So y'all stay tuned. I'm going to be breaking this down more and more and more. I'm not going to leave y'all hanging, man. It's your boy, Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matter. Obviously, peace.
Boss Cowboy Sports, where your voice matters.
Love, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets done taught me, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets done taught me, I'm just tryna get my nigga paid. We came from Section 8, and I knew I was at since the 2nd grade. Man, I swear my time is coming, cause I'm never late. Came from broken homes and broken dreams to getting paid. Love, dollar bill, listen close, this is not a drill. Niggas hungry trying to get a meal. I've been in light, who gon' pay a bill? I've been in action, been in traction, surplus with niggas lacking, shining light but still be blacking, red lights will stop the action, green to go, even when it's slow. Higher heights to balance out the lows, can't ride the wave cause you ain't got a boat.